Hey you guys, welcome to today's video. In this quick little video, I want to give you a brief explanation on the importances and key differences between the live private mentorship and the course. Now, obviously, if you do buy the course, you do get a month free of the private mentorship, but I get a lot of people on Instagram that are always asking me, Cameron, what do I need? What's going to be the best for me? And so today I'm going to answer a couple questions that I've gotten from several people and kind of give you a brief tutorial and overview and give you some good expectations and benchmarks for your success over the next several months in young money investment. So first question I have here is, how much money do I need to start to make it worthwhile, besides obviously the monthly costs of being in the mentorship and those kinds of things? Well, it really depends on whether you are a swing trader or a day trader. Now, I have made, or a long-term investor now, I have made a nice little list right here, as you can see, of color coding the differences that you need to understand when you're figuring out, what's going to work best for me. The first thing you need to understand is, are you going to be long-term investing? So if you are long-term investing, you're not looking at swing trading, you're not looking at day trading, you're a full-time student or you're a full-time professional, you have a full-time business, and you cannot afford to spend hardly any time in the stock market or really trading, and you just want to invest, long-term investing is going to be the way for you. If you're getting started, you start with a few $100s. You don't have to start with any massive amount of money. You literally start with whatever few $100s that you have, and you consistently, paycheck after paycheck, set aside a set amount of each paycheck for that time when you find those deals. And so one of the things I put down on here is, you have to find companies that you are looking to hold for 2 to 3 years, maybe a year, if that's the case. But these are not stocks that you're looking at daily. You might be looking at it weekly, monthly, most likely, but you're not looking at this on a daily basis. These are companies that you're buying, holding, and you're not looking to trade these. These are investments. And so that's going to be a great little starting place for a lot of people, is long-term investing. That's how I got started in the stock market, was investing. Now, coming in number 2 is going to be swing trading. Now, swing trading is you buying a stock, holding it for several days to sometimes several weeks. And this is going to be kind of a place where you want to start with at least $1,000 in your account. Why $1,000 in your account? Well, because there's going to be some wins, there's going to be some losses, and you need to understand that, you have to have enough money to maybe buy a couple different swing trades, right? The other thing, though, with this type of style of trading is, you're going to spend at least 1 month in a simulated account. So when I say you need $1,000, you really don't need to start with $1,000. You actually need to start out in a simulated account and start learning the skills. You don't go to college and ask your professor on the first day of school, hey, how much am I going to make next week by sitting in your class? Your professor would look at you and go like, you're crazy. You're not going to start making money. You got 4 more years of this, buddy, if not more, before you're actually going to start making money. And so that is the thing. You need to be patient. You need to understand that this is a process that takes time. This is probably the easiest hard money you will ever make, bar none, in your life. And you need to go into it understanding those things. If you go to the gym, and you've never worked out, you've never trained before, you don't even have a personal trainer, do you think you're going to get the results of Arnold Schwarzenegger right next door to you? No, you're not. It took time. He had trainers, he had teachers, and it's a process, right? So those are some of the things you need to understand. And if you are swing trading, like I said, after that first month, you start with 1,000, you wait for a few months, you see how profitable you are, and then you can start adding more money as time goes on, and your returns are going to start to grow. I always tell everybody, it's a good goal if you can swing trade and make 10% account growth per month. That is huge. If you overall were able to do that over the course of a year, that's 120%, and that is a large deal. That is a big deal. And anyone that tells you, oh, I'm making 1,000% or 2,000%, you have to manage your expectations. Let me just say that you have to manage your expectations. I will say that till I'm blue in the face. If you can make anything over 30% a year, honestly and truly, you are doing big things. You're doing good. You are going to retire a wealthy person. I can guarantee you that. If you're smart with your money and you can do that minimum, you are going to be in a very, very good financial state. Let me just leave it at that. Day trading. Now, this is going to be somewhere where you're going to want to start off with somewhere, again, right in the ballpark of about $1,000 to $1,500. You're going to want to spend 1 to 3 months in a simulated trading account, getting the feel for things. Again, none of these options, this is an educational process. None of these options require putting in a whole bunch of money right away and getting out these massive gains right away. You're going to watch me trade live daily in the private group. You're going to watch me call out swing trades. You're going to watch other members take swing trades. You're going to see how it all works, and you're going to have the opportunities. But I promise you, putting in 1 to 3 months in the beginning, of not even using real capital is going to set you up for a much stronger foundation. And if you couple that with using the course and getting all the fundamental information down, you are going to crush it. And I think that's the problem a lot of people fall into, is they use real money too quick. They get in with the idea that it's a get rich quick thing, and it is not in the slightest. If you want to be successful long term, I've seen people double their account over the course of the first week trading with me, and they're just like stoked over the moon. I'm like, that risk management is not going to last. I promise you that. I watched a guy triple his account over the course of a month, and it didn't last. And that's why it's so crucial. Learn the foundation, learn the basics, and then as you slowly creep up, risk mitigation is like my biggest thing. If you're swing trading, you're looking at about 15 to 20 minutes per day. That's about the time commitment I would say you would need to put into this. And you're also going to want to be looking at some of the course videos. You're going to be wanting to get into some of the live streams and things that I do as well. If you are day trading, 3 months of profit in a live account at $1,000 to $1,500 is what I would say is the turning point where you could start adding more money to that, and then start hitting your daily profit goals and making money that way, like I have. The other thing about time commitments, how much time do I need to invest? That's a big question that I get. You need to invest usually about 20 minutes per day. That's going to be 1 to 2 course videos per day. You need to be watching those. That's probably about the extent of what I would say is a bare minimum. But you can put in a lot more, obviously. But I'd say if you can cope and understand that, if I can do 20 minutes a day, I can be successful long term. I think that's the benchmark that you need to have. And I think that's very doable. We waste a lot more time on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, social media platforms than 20 minutes. And this is going to really make you happy as you start to see the growth in your account, obviously, right? The last thing, does everyone need a course? No, like I said, you do not need a course if maybe you're experienced, maybe you've been trading for several years and you're just looking for a group and a support system to help you. In that case, you probably don't need the course. You can get enough help and assistance through the private mentorship and being involved in the trades that you don't necessarily need that. Honestly and truly though, I recommend the course for everyone because, like I said, we've all paid thousands of dollars, or most of us have probably paid thousands of dollars for college education. The price that you pay for the course to get that solid foundation and the time that you will save is invaluable. I mean, there is no comparison. You would probably have to spend, if the course took, let's say the course took 10 hours to finish, it would probably take the equivalent of 80 to 90 hours on YouTube to get the equivalent information minimum. And that's minimum. There are a lot of finite details that I even do go into depth in the course that I've almost never found them as in depth on YouTube as I teach them. And that's because I put in the time, I put in the effort, and I want you to have all those tools that you need. And so you can do it. You don't need the course. You can do it if you put in enough time through other sources, free sources like YouTube. But again, it's all about the kind of results you want and the time that you have in order to achieve those results. And time is money, obviously, right? So hopefully this is helpful. I hope I answered everything. My gosh, my brain is on overload. My mouth is on overload. I really just try to pack a ton of information in a short period of time. And I will catch you hopefully in the group. And if you have any more questions, please comment down below and I would be happy to respond to those. I will talk to you soon. Take care, you guys. Bye.